Yeah, I don't know who that is. It sounds depressing. Oh, Stu. Alpha Billy, good to see you, my old friend. Where's the curve? Where is it? Where's the curve? Somebody was, no, my son was telling me earlier, he's watching the new series.
Not me? Oh, shit.
Okay. You just, the new series of Boys. I don't know, with Homelander. Apparently, there's a bit in it with they goes to a truther convention or something, and there's flat Earth maps in the background, and they're talking about other, conspiracy apparent theories. Not that flat Earth is a conspiracy theory, obviously not. It's the truth. So Helen G's in the house. Good to see you. She's saying hi to Cheryl. Trying to email you over there, Shaz. And Alva Bailey, as I said, my bro. And Hippie Shake, who is lovely, and Josh Roberts, and Bitcoin. Good to see you all, guys. So we're going to have a good time tonight. It's going to be giggles, going to be videos, going to be a lot of Tartaria in this. Long live Tartaria. That is the AKA Atlantis. I found Atlantis. I know where it is. I know who it is. Anyway, all that's coming later. Today, we're going to be talking about the Monolith. I don't think anybody's actually talked about the Monolith in the Truther community. Hi, wider Truther, epic Truther community, the best thing since sliced bread. Love you all. The Monolith. Okay, it's just, there's been these monoliths showing up lately in the last few years, hasn't there? 3 or 4 years, or maybe since 2000. And one showed up on top of a Welsh mountain. I don't know what that was all about. One showed up in Ohio, out in the desert. And they've just been like somebody, obviously, I don't think there's any others putting them there, although it could be. Somebody's putting them there. There's some sort of message with these oblongs or monoliths. Also, Stanley Kubrick. Well, Stanley Kubrick, yeah, you can see his fluffy sex dungeon on the thumbnail of my video. Stanley Kubrick knows exactly how this place works. You know, from all of his films, all of his coding, and his involvement, apparently, in another narrative, the moon landings. He knows all about the monolith because it's the main starring character in his film, Space Odyssey. Now, in Space Odyssey, okay, there's this monolith. In fact, there's 3 monoliths. Apparently, because it's a spacey film, they show up in different parts of the solar system. 3 of them, one of them on Mars, Jupiter, whatever. Anyway, so they're obviously made by an intelligent design, okay, because they're beautifully aligned, etc. And in the film, you get like the monkeys like touch it, and then they get all clever. And he chucks up a bone, and the bone changes into a spaceship, as it naturally would in human progression. Whatever. All of that. When this happened, this I think it happened quick. This reset. We may not even be like, only some of us might even notice it. I think some of us notice it. We're going to get into that. I think there's been lots and lots of different resets, like Rome World, West World, all the different worlds that they play out in this place. And the remnants of them are there. And some, rather than an apocalyptic event where everyone just gets blitzed and dies, it might be just a case that this shift's just cleared away in a reset. Everyone else is just popped out into a new paradigm. They don't know shit. And birds tweeting in their head, what the fuck was that all about? Where am I? Like we all are here. Because we're all like that, innit? What is this place? What is this shit? What is all of this? I am. I'm like, at my age, I'm still like, what the fuck is this? I think I forget getting the grips of it anyway. So, or tweak it, because it can be tweaked. Okay. Hey, Jennifer Levy. Hey, Razda, Mr. Razda, Irie, Maximus, good to see you back. Squirrel Snipers in the house. Oh, all my peeps are absolutely stonking. And Chevy. And have a bit. Okay. Right. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the monolith and some ideas of what I think might be going on and just checking it out there. But I'm very happy if you add your thoughts on the subject in the comments description below. We're going to look at bells, what the We propose with bell technology that the resonance in a bell, you know, let off every 15 minutes, hourly, a big dong, and the resonance could, you know, create a charge, but it also could have been dissipating a vibration, like dampeners. And we're going to look at that a little bit later. I'm sure you'll find it interesting if you follow Flat Earth British. Also later on, we built all this shit. We're going to look into who built all that shit. And are there any clues in Renaissance art? Fuck yeah. And that's what we're going to look at later on. We're going to look at pictures of Tartaria. In this case, it will be Indochina, 1920s, which is Vietnam. And you wouldn't expect Vietnam to be just covered in Tartarian architecture. But it is. But they attribute all of this to the French. So they do. And A Thousand Thoughts Beside, movie of Tartarian stuff and all sorts of things in this. And I can't even read properly. Ionis, good to see you. Typically English guy. I'm okay to crush an what's that? Candace Owen. I don't know who that is, mate. I'm not actually in the world with other people. And I don't know about like mainstreamy things. A guy hit me up today and said like, oh, fucking England's in the football and stuff. It's like, what, is there football happening? I'm probably the only person in Europe that didn't know there was some sort of football matches happening. I don't even know about things in the real world, like stuff like that. Because my mind doesn't recognize it as a narrative and all bullshit for the sleepy masses. So I don't engage and I don't watch it. And by that, I don't have to think about it. I can think about my own thoughts. It's awesome, it is. You've been to Vietnam? I'd like to go to Vietnam. They don't have bikes. They have bicycles there, don't they? They can't afford cars. I seen Grand Tour with Jezza and Hamster go there, and James May. And they had a jolly good time. The food looked absolutely awesome. You know, it's got bad press because of the movies, or Full Metal Jacket and that, you know. People say that saying about Vietnam, love you a long time and stuff, but it's not like that. They're very conservative people. It's like they get bad press, these places, on purpose. Oh, they're really fucking dangerous. Because people like a good old moan, apparently. People are addicted. I know people who do like doomy shit. Oh, me too, Oki. It sucks ass. I notice people that are into doomy subjects and stuff. People just flock to it. Oh, let me see what bad shit's happening. We're all going to fucking die as a title. Oh, this is really bad as a title. Warning, this could get really bad. The economy could crash. I've been listening to the economy's going to crash for the last 30 fucking years, guys. Yeah? All of these narratives have just been spat out since I was a fucking kid. The same old shit. Do you know what happens? You open your window and the birds are still fucking tweeting. Nothing. Yeah? If you kept your telly off and didn't take any notice of the world, you wouldn't even give a fuck. You go out to the woods and enjoy your life like normal people. Or like we used to do before we had all of this fuckery. Excuse my French, not really. Jacob, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I don't know about world things. I don't want to. So, you know, people talk to me about stuff like politics and stuff. And honestly, guys, I just haven't got a clue. We got a new prime minister in Britain. He's apparently bringing in ID cards. I don't know about things. I get my new secondhand from my son. He's bringing in ID cards. And do you know what they are? Multipass. You know, multipass off of Lilu, Fifth Element. Multipass, so it would be your passport, your ID card, your bank card, and all of it. So you wouldn't have to fill in fuck tons of forms. And we all know about all in passport forms and all that. It all fucks your head up. So if you scrap all that, just a couple of little lines, and then you go, oh, I think it actually sounds like not a bad idea. No, maybe it's not. It's not. They can't really spy on us much more than they are already. We carry these fucking things around with us all day, don't we? If I say, hello, Google, it's fucking there. So it's proving that it's listening to you all of the time. And plus, I keep saying shit and it shows up on Facebook 10 minutes later. You know, it's like they're on it. Anyway. So
I think the multipass is very good for all the dyslexic in the world. It's going to help.
Multipasses will really smash it for the dyslexic in the world out there. Yeah, because they can't cope with all of this weirdness that they do with forms and things. They fuck your head to pieces. Me, I want to cry. I want to crawl up in a ball when I see any of it. It's like, oh, fuck no, I can't do none of this. I don't even know why. I get similar things with a few things in life, like stuff. People telling me what to do. That's another one that makes me quite unwell. So, Eric? That was nice to think they couldn't spy on us anymore. Well, they can't, not really, Eric. There's nothing they don't know about any of us. Honestly, they know everything about what we're into, what we like, what we look at, what our fancies are, every fucking thing. And they tweak it all so they can sell. It's all about, like, they don't give a fuck what you're into. You just want to sell you shit. Yeah? That's all it's about. All of it, actually. Just selling shit. So all of this thing, that this medium that we're on now, that we're making the most of, I think we're making the most of YouTube. And YouTube, it's a strange world, isn't it? It's all wired towards bullshit, vanity, and fucking scaremongering fucks. They does my head in, honestly. They suck. Imagine spending time in a room with them people. Oh, we're all going to fucking die. Oh, is it? You know, think about getting ready, dig a hole. Maybe we should get loads and loads of beans and water. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, all right, then. Loads of toilet paper. It's all a bit depressing, isn't it? Maybe you should just think about the future and just carry on into the future and what our beautiful, unique plan is for the future of humanity. Which has fuck all to do with them. That's for sure. Oh, yes. So we're going to talk about a better time in consciousness and a better time for all of us in the past in the golden age of Tartaria. We're obviously not there anymore because it's got shit in a handbag, hasn't it? But to silver liner miner, it's not all that bad. I think it's awesome. Lynn Mitzi, it's what you say it is. If you say it's a shit world, guaranteed to have it. If you think it's fucking, you know, you got to just lie to yourself. Let's be a guy. Go up soon, be a guy, my brother. Okay. Right, we're going to get straight into the juice. Guinness makes you strong. I drink, as if I do go out, I'll have a pint of Guinness. 2, that's my ass, so I'm a bit of a lightweight when it comes to drinking, actually. Fucking hell. 1 margarita and a many bodies. Like, it's fucking not good at all. So, as I get older, my tolerance towards anything alcoholic has dropped. Yes, Baron von Fartigan today. Yeah. We've just taken down the Roman Empire. Yeah. I'm like a Vandal, if you like. No, not really. I'm Welsh. Yeah. We'll get into that at a later date. I don't think we can talk about that just yet. I've had loads of videos deleted. There's a couple this week again. Apparently, it doesn't even matter. It's all bullshit anyway. What the fuck ever. Anyway, what do we care? One day, we're going to be playing with poo in our deathbeds. Yay. It might not be playing with poo, guys. It might be all right. You could just conk out, have a funny, nice little horny dream would be better. Yeah, go all excited and have a little raspberry in the night, you know, fuck all about it. Die with a stiffy. Not in women's cases, obviously, but in men's cases, die hard too. Just like Bruce Willis. He'll die hard. The Monolith. Now, these been showing up everywhere. I can't, you know, obviously validate whether they're there. And I wanted to, you know, go to the top of the Welsh mountain and find out. There's one in Las Vegas. Okay. And they're not exactly like Kubrick's one. They're more of a cube, an elongated cube. They don't even look oblong. This one looks a bit oblong. That's on top of a Welsh mountain. BBC News. So that's not a very trustworthy source, and it couldn't be more remote. Top of a Welsh mountain may as well be fucking, I don't know, the tundra. So, strange structure appeals in Wales from seemingly out of nowhere. Oh, right, out of nowhere. So, the first thing that they go to is speculation of space aliens. Well, there might be extraterrestrials out there somewhere, but I don't think they're going to be doing our crop circles and dropping off fucking messages in a megalith. But I think somebody out there, maybe in the Illuminati, like the ones that put up the Georgia Guidestones. And in case we all forgot already, they blew them the fuck up the other year, didn't they? And then nobody really got like pursued or arrested. Nobody said, oh, it was the Arabs or bombed anybody or blamed anybody like they usually do, which is really weird. No, it just got destroyed and everyone just carries on with their life. Hey ho. So here's another anomaly. like the Georgia Guidestones. And it's these fucking things showing up all over the place in the last couple of years. So I'm going to presume, right, that maybe they're there, okay? Because this dude looks like he's there. But what is the effort of taking these things out and planking them in the ground anyway? That looks like it's actually in stone. I would love to be able to get up close and find out what, you know, is going on. Really, not really. Actually, I couldn't give a fuck. There you are. Look at this one. It looks buried in the stone. How is that even possible if that's real? And this one looks like an obelisk with a pyramid or, yeah, pyramidical top. So not all obelisks. We'll have a look at the ones with a pyramidical top later. You may see that a obelisk, a monolith can become a pyramid, as you can see here for the cover of Stanley Kubrick's Space Odyssey. Okay, so yeah, that's really unusual that happened. I don't really know what to make of it, except that they're everywhere. There's one there. Look at that. Look, Welsh countryside. It's in the fucking desert. I don't think Wales got. Wait, Wales got deserts. I found out the Maine got a desert. I thought that very unusual, so far in North in America, but apparently they got a very small one. Monolith or trash? Okay, so what is the message behind? Now, we have looked at the cube before concerning the shape of the Earth, and they definitely know all about the cube and the monolith. So here's Stanley Kubrick is the master at films, no doubt about it, you know, this Space Odyssey and The Shining. The clues in that film are concerning, as you know, the moon landings, etc. They're all over it, aren't they? And all of his other films, you know, his first film was one of my favorites, was Paths of Glory with Kirk Douglas, although I don't like Kirk Douglas. Now I know what I know about him. But I'm just saying, is the film was about the First World War in the trenches, and it is really moving. As in, it will bring a tear. So yeah, so the idea is you got this conscious monolith, and it is a electromagnetic anomaly. It's an electromagnetic anomaly. When you Google Stanley Kubrick's monolith, they say it is a magnetic anomaly. Actually looks like it might be part of a computer. Just looking at that there with the pins on the back. You just click it in. So yeah, he has a bit of a moment in his bedroom. He does like a trip where he's just old, he's young, he's back in the you know, in the fetus position, and then he's going through all different lifetimes, and it's all about this you know, this is what suggests to them in the movie that there's more intelligent than us out there. Oh shit. Yeah. And he even gets like a little movie, like a light show of see if they show an image of that. He gets a little light show, does the star in the movie on the front of the in the room here. He gets a little light show. See if they show that. Not really. Maybe in that one. No. Anyway, they show you a little light show. So they show you that it's interactive. There's stuff going on with the megalith. So let me move on. So I can do this experiment. You can do this experiment. I've got a magnet this shape as well. So you get a magnet, and we put it in some iron filings, and it shows the magnetic field. And this is what they say the monolith is in Stanley Kubrick's movie, and that is what it does in the real world. That shape, it creates that magnetic torus. There's the monkeys in Stanley Kubrick's film. Yeah, it's amazing. I touched the edge of it, and now I've gotten all clever. And then they evolve into human beings because of that moment. Yeah. But, you know, if you're going to be like in Star Trek, I think Star Trek tells us everything about this place. They got this weird utopia in the future, and you can't break the prime directive. And what's the prime directive? Giving technology away to primitive peoples. But they do. They fuck up. No, I think that's what's going on. I think that there's been a technology exchange with the others that are probably on the other side of the Antarctica ice wall. And I think prior to World War II, Okay, I think that the Germans definitely had the upper hand in the technology exchange, because what I can make out, you know, compared to Britain and America and Russia, the Germans were light years ahead in technology, in coming up to World War II with their secret weapons programs and, you know, everything that they did. So I think they had more advanced technology, and I think that's what it's always about. Who got the power is technology. So here's another interesting monolith, your tower computer. Now, what if, I'm just throwing this out there, that we live inside of the monolith? Now, I've suggested we lived in Noah's Ark, and they keep telling us about this consciousness monolith. And what if we live inside of the monolith, and the monolith is nothing more than a computer? Now, I know that is a crazy thought. I'm just chucking it out there, but just think about D-Wave. Now, I'm not saying that it is a thing because I got no proof again, but they're saying that they got this giant AI computer, which is a load of monoliths all snapped together with this snazzy bit of flux capacitor that apparently do mathematics in another quantum dimension, which I can't really verify again, so I can't really go with that. But they're telling us they got this technology. Now, what if in a far off or a different future place somewhere else, in even this moment in time, there's a stinky old computer in the corner, okay? And this thing's out of a sparky old fucking plug, and no one has been near it for a long, long time. In fact, it's in a room that's even been locked for a long, long time. It's covered in cobwebs and dust, is this computer. And do you know what's in that computer? Yeah, us. So we're in a dusty old computer somewhere, and this is why we're having reset cycles over and over again, because this thing's put on a loop, so we can just do that over and over again. No, this is definitely some sort of PC realm, guys, okay? It definitely, when you get down to the nitty-gritties, the fundamentals, the fractal geometrics of this place, that is a technology. The lights out at night, I can see bits of information, trillions and trillions of dots, all different colors, some of them flashing, little red ones flashing, little white ones flashing. All I got to do is switch the light up to see the construct of this place. And it's bits of information. Yeah, this place is a VR. Church telling you, well, why would it put a circuitry in its floor of this cathedral? Why would Piranesi be showing you circuit boards for old maps of Rome? So the ancient world, this apparent classical world. So imagine that, yeah. So they're running like a Truman Show type thing on a loop, okay? And the old world was classical world, Rome world, but it was still based on the principles of circuit board city. Now, I find this is incredible here in a big clue. The way that this stadium is linked to the river, you know, and this is a cooling process. And this could be what's going on, helping in with the bells as well, to charm the ether. It literally does charm the ether, and that could help with cooling as well. So there is an old map, apparently the classical world, but you can see all the geometry, bits that look like computer components, because that's exactly what we're looking at, really, from my mind. I've done overlays, looked at them side by side for years, and they got everything: the heat sink, central processor, every single thing you have in a computer. And this is all liquid cooled, isn't that? It's the future past. So Piranesi knew all about it. I think the ancients knew all about it, because these apparent mazes are also circuitry, also sigils, circuitry. And these floors in these churches, hubcaps or whatever that is, petrocap maybe, and church floors all show you labyrinths, which are also circuitry. Anchor watt creates watts of electricity back in the day. But again, it's this all got wiped out, right, in a schism, in an instant, probably, and you probably don't know anything about it. And this ancient classical world just crumbles and falls, and there's a system overload. Maybe the system overload was a mishap with antiquity. The bells of the Liberty Bell and the Tsar Bell are both cracked. Could be a suggestion of some sort of antiquity fuck up. Maybe they tried to keep the realm on a higher vibration, so we were all in that higher state of consciousness that we were before this takeover. And then they come along and tell everybody that they're worthless on a blue speck in a vacuum mind, yeah, whatever, of space. And the whole thing came around at the same time with this takeover. Before then, we didn't even need to have thoughts like that. We were doing our own thing, living our life inside a computer, not a city. Yeah, it looks exactly like a city. So I think my mind is made up concerning the grid patterns that extended out, or petroglyphs that go for hundreds of miles in America and Russia, have been shown on a load of channels. Inside of a computer looks exactly like a city. Okay. It's uncanny, but the central processor is very similar as well to what we've seen with that obelisk. In Las Vegas, well, that's the craziest circuitry I've ever seen. Look at it. All conduits, all leading into the center. Look at it. It actually looks like looking into a PC, all lit up. Who land? The land of the little who's. Us down here not knowing shit about our reality, thinking that we're all just living the human experience. We may well be, but it may not be for us, guys. We could easily be entertainment for something else. Like there's players in this, isn't there? And there's people that are not really playing. They just breathe the air. Shit, fucking eat. Don't do anything with their lives and just watch telly, fat and die. That's a lot of people. Circuitry in the ancient world, Tiahuan and pyramids and China and Orion. Computer motherboard. So yeah, I definitely think that the layout of this place is just like the inside of a computer. So are there any clues? Well, they keep going on about the cube all of the time. These do, and apparently this cube these people put on the front of their foreheads, on their mind's eye. There's all pages about Armageddon in this. What a fucking thing to interfere with the ether with, you know. Bells charm the air. Prayer wheels. You can spin a prayer wheel or a bell, and it will put it out there in the ether. So the cube is a Masonic symbol as well, but it's also the pyramid on the side. It's both. And the cube will open out into a cross. There's another suggestion of what this place is. The cube is the cross. And Stanley Kubrick. I'm just saying, it might just all be a clue. And this, the Kaaba, excuse me, in the center of Mecca, and it's exactly the same thing. It's a cube. All right, it's not oblong, but it's definitely some sort of monolith. It's black. It's spooky history with angelic stone in the middle given by Angel Gabriel. But even on this ancient Arab map, they show you the 4 angels. And not only do they show you the 1, 2, 3, 4 angels, the mechanism for this place, but they show you their vortices, which is, to myself, quite mind-blowing after what I've been unraveling. Huge buildings, churches are also cubes. Have you ever seen the movie Cube? Cube 1, Cube 2, Cube 3, when they stick all of these people in an experiment, when they try to get out of this cube and they're just in, well, it's a hyperdimensional cube in that movie, but it's the whole suggestion. This cube again, dome, just like us, 4 angels driving the luminaries around like this. And this is in America. I think this one's in, I think this is in New York, but it's a cube. It's outside some financial building. It has nothing to do with money. And what a strange bit of public art, but they definitely, some sort of symbology. They know what is going on. Okay, let's move on. cubes. So this is the cabin. Now, there's definitely something going on with this. There's rooms underneath it, I discovered a few years ago. I found it interesting. And a dome, people were going down. But the cube is a holy of holies. You can't just go waltz in there and do what you want. But it is a cube, and there's a room inside with some, what looks like some sort of tech going on inside. But this corner bit here is apparently a meteor. This bit here, but it's a bit of a coincidence that the meteor looks just like a vagina again. And all of these men, all these people, I don't think women are allowed, but the men, they go around in an anti-clockwise, I think they do, this way. And they create a torus, and all of that energy of all the electrical beings put together on that node point there, and that goes out into the whole of their world. Yeah, it alters it all, and all of that energy, it must feel absolutely, I can't even imagine what it feels like, but all that magnetism. But they know about the place, and they know how it works. Here it is further back in time. They've been doing pilgrimages to Mecca for quite some time, but it is covered in this cloth always, like hidden, you know, the secret of it. And these people, they find it a real big deal. Here's apparently when the ball arrived, the meteor. It's being delivered to the Kaaba here in station depiction, apparently given by the Archangel Gabriel. And that's why they got to go around and they got to touch it. They go to touch this thing here. But all of these people just creating that torus, just like us with our circle dance, creating a torus. So I find it fascinating that Mecca, in the middle of the Sahara Desert, had a flood at all. How did they get all that water in the center of the desert? I'm still trying to work it out, guys. I didn't even know. But Dubai had a terrible flood just recently, didn't they? So I don't know. Just like our beautiful British summers, eh? Anyway, moving on. And this is really interesting. This is way further back in time. Looking a bit more megalithy now, monolithy. But it is a monolith because it's a mono. It's one standing lift stone. So it's a standing stone. It is actually a monolith. But you can see that they're doing this. I think they're looking maybe clockwise. Let me see which way they're walking around. No, they're walking anti-clockwise. So they walk around and around it. Again, in the past, it's covered up with a cloth. You can't see. You had a little gate going in that with antiquity. But I find it interesting, this wire all the way around it. I think it might be a Faraday cage because of the energy coming off whatever was in that. Yeah, and I think it's otherworldly, what they would call technologies. I think this is what the power, you know, how can a tiny little island like Britain yield so much power? Yeah, because of the technology that we got. Yeah, definitely. I think that's what it's all about, the technologies that we get hold of. They always say, you know, these fucking physicists, we had help from others, you know, Oppenheimer, Oberon, fucking all of these fuckers. So I'm not sure if I got volume. Let me just come back for a second. Excuse me. So it's interesting that it looks like a computer. It looks interesting that it looks like D-Wave. It's interesting this place is a computer set out layout. It's interesting that we're electrical beings. It's interesting that our souls or whatever, our charges is electric. If we die, they bring us back with them. Clear, don't they? Proving we are electrical beings. So we're all electric. We give off a charge as well. And the atmosphere can be charged, you know, charged atmosphere. Can you feel the atmosphere charged in you? When you go into a concert, it's electrically charged. It's like that feeling, you know, it's just absolutely amazing. So let me just, so if it was that, okay, it would explain a lot of the weird anomalies that have been going on concerning changes in our reality, namely, excuse me, Mandela effect. This was shared by my brother Dave Mannell, who is Trinity 4 this morning. I hope you don't mind me using this. He's probably in chat right now, maybe. Roy JVH, got your number, bruv, and definitely Yeah, you met Hawkins, didn't you? Definitely look up. I got your number, bro. Got lost you for a bit there, but you know, so is Nature Martin. So he has a look for the Mandela effect, that is the lion lay with the lamb. Now, I pulled a basically a pastor or whatever he was in Speaker's Corner, and he swore he knew his scripture. We said, okay, then check out the lion lay with the lamb, and he reads it out of the Bible, and it was the wolf, and he's like, "Ah, you blasphemer!" Oh, fucking lost his shit completely when he said like it's Mandela effect. He's like, it's not my fucking dollar effect. But he didn't swear, but he wanted to, and he was Irish and very angry. So his first Bible is from 1897, and he looks it up, Dave, and lo and behold, it's the wolf. Let's have a little
much older Bible, which has got
excuse me,
dates in it.
yes. And he gets an older book here from 1789, and he looks it up again. Excuse me. And the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie with the kid. Okay, that's about as weird as it is. Everybody knows it's not that. So how can that be possible? Well, if this place is edited and you don't know shit all about it because you go to sleep and your mind's just been reset and then you get a load of new memories every single morning, you just got to just piece it all together what the fuck you're doing you anyway. And there's a lot of us are struggling with that. And the energy levels are right down in the last few months. Everybody's on about it. Everyone's struggling with the energy levels. And I think it's going to be getting better and soon. I think we need to be getting ready for that. So, Mandela effect, there are a load of them. Whether, you know, I think there's some supernatural changes. I think that things change daily in my experience. And I think that you just, you know, synchronicities, are they really synchronicities? Are they really? Or is it just the sim laughing its cock off and is showing you right in your face? Yeah, I've had so many synchronicities in the last few days, bits of precog, knowing what's going to happen, stuff like that. Just very psychic in the last few days, or last few years, well, last life, actually, or last few lives. See how that extended from minutes to years to ever. Anyway, an eternity. So there's been changes, and that could explain it. If we were inside of Tron, having a Tron experience, we wouldn't know anything about it, would we? And that would explain what Tesla meant by this is a realm and you can't measure the dimensions of this realm because we're in a cube. Maybe. So bells, system overload. This is a beautiful picture. Look at this Phoenician mermaid calling you to the rocks. She's a siren. She's saying, "Come to the rocks." So anyway, that's nothing to do with bells. I've got that little dynamo there I posted about my last post. Beautiful Tartarian tech. And Vajras and bells are closely connected. Now, if you imagine everything on Star Trek is predictively programming in the future, like flip phones and tricorders. So can you imagine if this is an implement for healing people and finding their frequency? They just wave it about a bit. And then you're healed. And I think that was definitely going on with the bells. So giant bells, I showed these recently. This was in Philadelphia. God knows how they're finding it and getting it there. It's a bit of a mystery. I don't think they did it in parts. But I thought they giant ship's bells because all ships have bells. They used to call us into school with the bell. And there are factories. They used to have bells that call people into work as well. Here is the Liberty Bell. This might give you a giggle. This apparently goes out to add space. And they use gaffer tape to keep out the vacuum and the heat and the cold and everything else that's supposed to be going on in Spaceland. Whatever. They got to fucking stop that already, because I tell you what, that's just getting super old, that space stuff. So here is Big Ben. Apparently they got it up in that tower. It's got a clanger. and the resonance is very important. And I think that you could create a charge. The Chinese, Kirsten's book here, massive bells, and they're going up in the top of there, apparently. So what if there was different reasons for it? What if in the Tartarian world, because they were technologically advanced in the ways of implosion sciences, maybe they had giant generators, steam-powered generators like we see in Chicago and New York. I think they're definitely Tartarian machinery and pipes, all of them under the cities, you know, guys, and Philadelphia and all the others. And what if that them generators below the buildings caused a vibration effect up until the first floor? And what if that the bells would dissipate this vibration like a dampener, if you like, or maybe the vibration of Earth itself after a reset, because there's a magnet underneath us, and the magnet's driving the sun and the moon probably some way or another. I did even wonder if the monolith was indeed Mount Meru, but I'm thinking that Mount Meru is more a pyramid shape at this stage of the game. So underneath our feet, think of the inertia plane. Okay, where it's still. We're not standing on the inertia plane. We wouldn't be able to do that, but we're standing probably 12 kilometers above the inertia plane. But the magnet that drives the luminaries, or the sun and the moon above us, creates a hum, a resonance, a really low frequency hum. The hum that I hear in my bedroom, and it drives me mad once I've heard it because I can't get rid of it. And you open the window and you're like, where the fuck is this sound coming from? It's driving me nutty. And everybody else talks about the hum. There's a thing called the Bristol hum. This thing's been happening since at least the 70s, because I remember it back then. There's a background noise here, guys, like machinery. And we've all heard the iron scraping sound of the dome on different videos. Yeah, I'd love to be able to hear that myself, though. So the bell resonator, it resonates at a certain frequency, then it rings and discharges maybe electricity. A system regulator, a system for system overload. So imagine that there was some sort of drop in charge, maybe some call it pole flip. But if you think about on an inertia plane with north and south magnets opposing one another, which is exactly what it is actually, because it's been overwhelmingly encoded into our reality. The magnet under the Earth plane would interact with the Faché sun. This is a thing, I think. But there's been a cataclysm, I think, where a reset where the bells stopped ringing, and then this happened. Just these giant bells, the Tsar bell, this bell, this bell. This one's just lying in the mud, and there's loads of photographs in the photographic record of big, giant, cracked bells. And we all know that the Nazis, and in the First World War, the Weimar Republic, all collected all the bells in Europe because they were made of a specific metal, and they gathered them all up, apparently for the war program, to turn them into tanks, etc. You can see the imperial eagle on that bell. So they collected as many as they could. You can see a giant with giant bells. So maybe in another reset, another reality of this place was co-inhabited with giants and people all at the same time. This bell up here, it has to be made by giants. What building did it actually belong in? It's in the jungle. How did they get it there? How did they hook it on there? You know, these are looking like they're primitive people in just cloths, etc. Stupas, also upside down bells, creating charge with nesting. So yeah, they collected them all for a reason, no doubt about it. This is in the Czech Republic, everywhere in Europe, collect the bells of the old world technology. So let's just presume that there was a mishap and the place did have some sort of overload, and some of the bells crashed down and some of the bells cracked, like the Liberty Bell is cracked also. I'm not showing it on that though, but it is cracked. So what would hold it in place now? Because this is an issue, isn't it? Is the, they say the weather is definitely doing one. There's no doubt about it. It's like October here, for whom the bell tolls. It ain't no big thing to wait for the bell to ring. It ain't no big thing, the tone of the bell. Roxy Music, awesome band. Love Rox, bit of Roxy. Still listening to them nowadays. So maybe because they took all of that bell tech offline and we're not all like listening to beautiful church bells and it's not charming the ether anymore, well, maybe that's the issue here with consciousness. We need so tuning forks as well, same technology. And they can heal. Yeah, free man. Yeah, free man, free. Yeah, man. There are still some towns, like Glastonbury and other towns in, Britain that just play bells like literally all of the time. Like all of the time. But all of that technology is just not there anymore. There's German advanced technology. We can't say whether this really happened. The Glocken, the bell, the time traveling device, Vimana technology using mercury. But they did actually sink a U-boat, apparently. In reports said it was full of mercury they were taking somewhere. But that could have been for mercury triggers for mines, because they use mercury in triggers for mines. Proximity mines, that's it. Like I know things. So there's Rodders on his bell, and it's a cracked Liberty bell, or Rodders on a bell. So maybe a bell mishap. We're moving on. So a new subject. We'll have a think a little bit more. Comment on what you think about that. Let me think about what you think about what bells could have really been. And I think they could have been some sort of system overload here, because it looks like the place got absolutely zapped at some stage. Not that we would have known anything about it, because we would have just been put into another VR close by and we wouldn't have known shit about it. On with the show. Hey-ho! Oh, that's a pretty bridge. Who built all of this shit? Who am I? What am I on? What am I standing on? What are all them lights in the sky? The same questions all of us ask when we arrive in this weird place. Let's think about something else from the ancient world. Disco. These plates show up all over antiquity. Some of them are in, I don't know, strange sort of stone, alabaster. We've heard of them in ceramic. And in metal, and they are just look like they're not for eating, they're just discs. These are in Russia, but they seem to have some sort of geometry and pattern to them, and maybe a serrated edge on the edge, maybe more going on. So is that just, there's another one of these discs, you can see them with the Incas, the Aztecs, all with these strange discs. Information. Could be information, could be that sort of information. Now, this could be something to do with needing a mirror to take out the Gorgon. The Gorgon is the electromagnetic radiation. And if you can see the reflection of this plate on the back shows some sort of, well, maybe a sigil on the outside. I can see some sort of lettering here, but a somatic Starforty shape in the middle. So these plates got more going on in antiquity. Put them up close there. And this one's made out of brass. So they're a technology, and they got some sort of information going on with them, these discs. Remember, the Mormons Smith started the faith. He was given an anomalous disc of information, remember, from some sort of divine being. So that disc looks like information. It looks like the 4 angels. It looks like the dome in the middle. This bit looks like a central processor. The whole thing looks like circuitry on this ancient plate. Are they information? And a way of holding information in discs. There's plenty of films. There's one, Logan's Run. They show the history of the peoples in rings, in discs, and they spin them, and then they give you like a holography of the world, and that's how they learn the history, from discs, just like this. So what could be going on? How could you read these? Through light? Maybe. Lasers? Maybe. Or are they just like this, that you spin it on maybe a turntable, and this thing that was found with this goes into the grooves, and that is a coupler, just like a stylus and a record. What if they were informational discs, just like records? Got to keep the information somewhere. I think they were storing them on them ancient discs. Food for thought, eh, guys? We built all this shit. Is that what they're telling us? What else could they be telling us? Because we've noticed during Flat Earth British over the years that a lot of these Middle Ages Renaissance style pictures show saintly beings. This one's blonde, Mary Magdalene looking. But she's got like the saintly aura because she's, you know, she's lit up. She's lit the fuck up. She found the vibration. But she's holding this tower, and the tower is being built behind. So I would suggest that she's not a giant holding a big building, is that this is a model. They do it in the modern day. They build models. We've seen Germania, Hitler's favorite model, that never actually came to reality. But I bet it would have been really nice if you could got it going. Yeah, maybe we'll have a Germania 2 in the future. Just chucking that out there. So you can see that it's quite like lights illuminating from the door of this and through the portal, suggesting some sort of power inside. But it's a building, and he's holding it, and he's saying, did you want me to build this unbelievably bit of technology, which is what these buildings all are? Okay, check out this lovely little Renaissance picture. Got the dome. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. It looks like, yeah, you can see it works. All the plasma coming out of there, the plasma lightage. You should have plasma lightage in these pictures, purple though. And this blue book as well. Looks a really nice book. I wonder what it's about. And he's got the red cape on. They always got the red cape on. Red cape gives you superpowers, you see. Like Jesus. So this is interesting, this, right? So I'm always intrigued by these pictures of Van Eyck's. He's got the angel Gabriel here, who's got a CD on his head, like a disc of information on his head, like a CD. It's got wings, as you do, and so is the nature of an archangel. It's got a red cape on, probably, maybe. But he is coming to enunciate young Mary. I don't like the sound of that. I think something else is going on. But they all look pretty loaded, don't they? Look at their threads. But this Pope being, who looks like a girl, because I think popes were girls back then, because it hasn't always been like male-orientated world. We were for like ever in the golden age of Tartaria, Atlantis, Wales. Just living the same as everybody else. Women had their jobs, men had theirs. Didn't have all that weirdness going on. That's all fucking now. So here we are. We got some angel-y type peoples. They're definitely glowing. Some of them got king's crowns on, but they're holding architecture that's going to be built. So they've got a lamb there as well, haven't they? If they had a lion there as well, that would fuck things up, wouldn't it? Here's Mary with the baby Jesus. Ah, the baby Jesus got a lovely curly little hair and a blue dress on. And She don't look happy. But I tell you what, she does look loaded. They got a few quid. But I think they were really, really wealthy. You would be. You're not going to be a skint king. Anyone ever heard of a skint king of kings? This guy's king of all the kings, all the seaways and everything else. So I don't think in his ministry he had no acres or funds, because he wouldn't have been able to, you know, do what he'd done if he'd done anything. So he's being presented, it's like Mary. And it's funny how Jesus is presented in the Middle Ages, but I actually think that's when all of this was going on anyway, or just prior to it all, like 1300s myself, when old Jesus John showed up in it. And he's saying, oh, we're going to build that for you, this beautiful little city. Okay, look at the sly face on that papal guy. Look at him. He's like, meh. And he's got a blue book as well. He's got the keys. They're important. I wonder what they're the keys for, though. Underground Kingdom. What we got on the floor? Grapes. Don't know what that is. A pear. So all this is coding. And they know what it means. All the artists used to leave... this period used to need coding. It was the only way they could transfer information, because they couldn't say anything against the Inquisition. And the Inquisition's back. Oh, thanks, Julie, away. So that's really kind of you. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get a Starfort visit going this week. Almost there. Almost there. I've had 6 awesome donations of people, but I'm almost there, and I need to be in B. So I'm going to talk about Starfort a little bit later. She's like, tickle your fanny with a feather. Sorry, isn't it nice weather? Oh, yeah, it is. She's got a tower for you. We built this shit. There she is there. She's saying, we built this stuff. There's a bit of antiquity on top of that as well. And she's lit up. So these, Jesus told me there would be mad pussy. So if there was mad pussy, it's definitely worth getting into this religion. What say you guys? Well, that only works for the men. Just the opposite version for women, some women. Anyway, shut my mouth. I don't know. This is nothing connected with it, is it? I wonder what they sell in that shop. A starter for 10? Could it be spectacles? Look at this muddy mess. So, interesting, I thought, was coal mining. So they took millions of tons of coal out of Philadelphia, out of the Welsh mines, and in this case, in Scandinavia, coal. And then they shift all of the coal in these little tiny carts up muddy old streets. Look at the state of these streets in them days. And they got no sidewalks, just wood. And what looks like open sewerage. And then they got all of these stone buildings. They're not, they're wood. Oh, they might be wood. That's not that church, though. So, yeah, they got a fair bit of wiring and future-y stuff going on, though. Anyway. So, these are an interesting-looking family, aren't they? See, I think something's going on. I think Elvis's mother definitely shagged somebody else. I don't think that's Elvis's father, do you? So we're looking at young Elvis Presley there. He was born a twin, as you may have known. The other one died. So I definitely think he had the luckier go of it. But the other one will come back, whip around, reincarnated, became Justin Bieber, sadly enough. That might not be true. I'm just throwing that out there. So I think Elvis's mother had... penetrating eyes, Jesus. But I think, you know, a bit of the glow, she would be quite beautiful. The father, average good looks, pale blue eyes, but, you know, he's got a rugged square face, like a coal miner or a boxer or an Irish snooker player or something like that. He doesn't really even look like Elvis Presley, does he? But he doesn't. But Elvis looks like Elvis. He got that Elvis-y little face. Yeah. So, yeah, I think there's definitely something going on with Elvis's family. I don't think he looks fuck all like his dad. That's for sure. So, time traveling. If you are going to go and time travel, only go for 5 minutes in the Battle of Verdun. You might not like it. It looks like this. This is the village where everyone's staying. I know it's picturesque because most of it, all of it, is actually underground, so you don't die if the bullet's on top. You know, go into there. So catacomb of underground trenches in the beautiful battlefields of Verdun. I'm sure they had a jolly good time. Not. Let's move on. This is awesome. So you're back in the golden age of Tartarian now, guys, right? 279 you're watching. Happy Friday, Flatterday. Make sure to share this out if you want to as well. I hardly swore in it, and it is good content and everything else. Whatever. Anyway, don't care. So let's check this out, guys. Excuse me, steampunk is definitely the tech of the Tartarian world. They're just showing us, aren't they? Oh, let me refresh that. We can love bug the Tartarian fan. And it is hot. I bet it's making you feel not in Britain, it's not. We don't have hot weather in Britain, like ever. Okay. No, it's not doing it. It's just glitching. Anyway, Tartarian fan, we're moving on. So let's have a look at some funny album covers, see if you tickle our fancy any. If you laugh, subscribe to my channel. Oh, thanks. I got coffee just whipped in front of me. I'm so grateful. Thank you, baby.
Cheers.
Okay. This is statuality. It's like bestiality, but with statues. People go around in parks and rub up statues' boobs and stuff. Apparently, it's really a turn on. I wouldn't advise it myself, and it probably should be made illegal. But it's a strange world. And it's probably not even right of me to complain about it in this day and age, is it? Anyway, who am I to want to change the world? It's going to be fucking stupid after I leave. And it's all going to do that without me. Without us, actually, guys. So why do we even bother? Anyway, just saying. So this band were actually quite poo. Do you think they knew? Not in their language. They didn't know what poo actually meant. But them psychedelic bands, there are thousands of them, man. And they all sound exactly the same. Dance, Little Bird. No, I like the fact that Big Bird had a love life. You know, like Ted in the movie Ted, Bonghead Ted. Bonghead, did you ever see Bonghead's wife? Yeah? Did you? Yeah, it was an amazing film. Frankie Yankovic. By Frankie Yankovic. It's like Wankovic. So these are the magazines we used to have when we were young men. Nowadays, it's all different. So we had Easy Riders, and they had in there what interesting features we read. Is cover girls like Harley Davidson's, that's good. Twat Burger Talks, and Fill Your Rubbers, and Heavy Joint Visit, and Boss Blockhead, which would be me. So yeah, there was a lot of like platinum blondes back in the day, and they never really had all of that stuff that you have going on now with your Botox and Frau Tashes, as we call them in the trade, Frau Tashes. This is good. And he found that the canopies were rather rich, and he whispered into her ear, "I'll have to leave the party. I've pooped my pants and it's very runny." By Noddy Tails. See, I wouldn't have even fucking told her. Not that that's ever happened to me, obviously. Being cool and stuff. But if it did happen, I wouldn't even fucking tell her. I'd be just gone. He was hopeful until she finished writing Cockle Spaniel. Look at his face. He's like, oh, fuck, at last. At last. It's a shame. By Ivor Springer. I don't know. Yeah, this is quite normal in the modern day. Years ago, this was frowned upon, but nowadays, this is a completely normal wedding. You can go into a normal Anglican church, and the priestess or whatever they have in churches, like I know what things are, will marry you, and you can go exactly looking like that. And that is just perfect. Perfect for this realm. This is interesting. You can make, oh, excuse me, you may agree with this, you may not agree with this, it's up to you. But let's just think about it for a moment. This is from Starfort County Public Information Bureau. Expiration date. Okay. Now, one day you may all be there. I doubt it, though. But, you know, let's just pretend you be there and you're on your Zimmer frame. All old people over the age of 75 will soon enter the public domain and lose their automatic right to be allowed indoors. This means that anyone can sell, rent, or dispose of them as they see fit. And they may also process them without planning permission from the local council or veterinary surgeon. And that's in England and Scotland and Wales. So this was in the 1970s. Thankfully, we haven't got these weird habits anymore. In 1972. But before, that was quite acceptable, guys. Old people smell funny. Smell a pee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Edgar Allan. That's good advice. I think that's what we all need to do. Wake up. You've been dreaming. If you wake up, you're just going to wake up into another dream anyway. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Hands up. Now, you got to put your hands up because I can't see you. Who likes Tigger? Tigger the tiger. Who likes Tigger? The one other thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. Tigger is awesome. Tigger is me. I am Tigger. I am Tigger the tiger. I will prance about. And Piglet and Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. I want to cry when I think about Winnie the Pooh. He was so intellectual. He sorted shit out. Keep it coming, Bentley. It's bloody freezing in here, rich bastard. So I think that should be a lot more hot water because it's a cold ocean. But they don't mind butlers. They just take shit all fucking day. See what you can get in this day and age? Yeah, food's all right, though, guys. Eat it. Eat as much as you can. Don't even worry about it, okay? Anus burger. Yeah, I've been eating sausages for years, and I knew they were eyeballs and assholes, but I didn't stop me eating them. It really is. I found an eyelash in one. Dirty Dick's Crab House. Now, if this was a brothel called Dirty Dick's, you'd be worried about getting crabs, wouldn't you? So it's bad advertising. You don't say, come in here and get crabs, do you? But it might be in Taiwanese language, just poo soup. What's it called? Poo soup, which is really nice, by the way. That's Vietnamese. So I'm not actually sure what these are. I'm getting to learn that they might be a sea cucumber. Jenny. I don't know. But they apparently squirt this white substance out of the front of them. Yeah? Like really big squirts.
I have a delay, so excuse me.
Okay, you get a can of wet fat hot sauce. 1, 2, 3 drops of this, right? Yeah? And you'd be wet farting, like Farticus Marticus, or today, I got another name. Grab me now. So in this shop, right, they sell cock. 500 milliliters of cock for $2.80. Is that much cock? 500 milliliters? I'm not sure. That might be just the end bit. Cock Zero, $2.90 for no cock at all. Well, what's the £2.90 for? Cock light, so a light cock, $3. That's all right. That sounds like a good deal. So you can have a light cock for $3, guys, in this place. Yeah, it says there, look, cock, 500 liters, ml, Martin Liedtkes, $2.80. Yeah, it says it. Sprite, well, you need to drink to wash it down, and 100 plus. Cool Piss, peach flavored. Yeah, so I know some people in the Truth community think that's awesome. Turtle dicks. Now, I know you thought they were pickles, but they ain't. They are penises of Ninja Turtles. You could be biting into a Donatello, or you could be biting into name me a turtle, Ninja Turtle. Raphael. Raphael's always our favourite Ninja Turtle. Raphael's intellectual and sorts shit out as well. Roy, why are you laughing? They're Ninja Turtle dicks. I know he thinks I'm lying. Okay, we're moving on. Oh, the Dillads. These are a good band, the Dillads. I think one of them's dead, but they still Dillad. Sounds pervy, doesn't it? Oh, I really want a Dillad. Right, Fluzzy Flatterday. Fluzzy Flatterday is today. I'm not actually sure what's going on in this alchemical image. I think it's the three witches. Yeah, it's all in Latin, so I don't really know. It's by Gustav Dor, 1514. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm wondering whether it would be awesome to just join in. No, that's the hag, isn't it? You always see. So I don't know whose legs is who or what's going on. Let's not try and work it out. It's probably nothing sexual anyway. It's probably just a weird dance, like Twister in the nude. We've all done that, haven't we? Yeah. So reliquary things, these things in antiquity, I think they had like fusion generators in them or something, because I think that they're an advanced technology fuel source of the old world. And I'll show you why I think that, because they're antiquity, obviously looking, and you know, they look like a radiolarium, look like they interact with the ether, but there's more going on with them. And I'll give you some clues in a minute. Here comes the mirror man. So this woman, she's looking into a mirror. She's like, oh, is she going out tonight? No, she can't keep out the frigging mirror. Oh, she thinks she's bloody gorgeous. She got a date too. She got a date with, oh, that gypsy down the road. She's not going out with that fucking gypsy. He's got a red cape on. She's combing her hair and she's looking in the thing, and there's not her in the mirror. She's talking on Skype to a friend. I'll see you later. Nothing new is under the sun. So I think there's going to be a terrible flood here, because he's standing on the top of a pillar, but she's come out of a puddle. Okay. So I think that, you know, the Phoenicians, the information's in the water. I think that that's maybe what this is showing you. She's like, oh my God, you just arrived out of the water. That's amazing. I'm standing on this pillar because the water's filling up. So this one, this is interesting. I hope I don't, you know, YouTube. This is an artwork. You can't be that retarded. This is an artwork from the Renaissance period. I'm just wondering what she's thinking about doing with that shoehorn. So, what can I do with this shoehorn? I haven't any shoes. Right, he's in love. Oh, I don't think he's actually good looking enough to go out. No, I think they're perfect actually looking at her there anyway. So look at her house. She got marble chairs, lion skins, marble, lovely floor. Yeah, just beautiful the way they live. That's all you need. As long as you've got somewhere to knock up your food. You've got a big statue outside, but the statue has got like an AK-47 under his arm, which is really weird for a Renaissance age picture. But he's turning up. He's going to give her flowers. She's like, I can hear him coming. She's like, yeah, not yet, you can. So Rome is mud flooded. No, I mean, it is in this picture, because look at this. All that mud. Everything's in the mud. And it's literally just like pillows of mud. It's all there, the mud, in this picture. By Piranesi, who loves to draw mud. Music for half-assed friends. So, what music do you play, half-assed friends? I don't play shitty music. I only play brilliant music. And I haven't got half-assed friends, because I wouldn't have them around me if they were half-assed, obviously. So, these are nice. They got bells on them, look, right? And these were very popular in the old world. Dick bell machines, or bell ends, as we call them in the industry. One for every day of the week. 7 days in a week. 8. You can make it 8 days a week. 8 days a week. Do you know it says a staircase going up the outside of Fort Wood? That's not there in the modern day. And there's another staircase. That's not there in the modern day either. That's interesting. I reckon this is the top of a pyramid or something. This is massive underneath all of this. I'd love to know what's going on in here as well. But I think it's there a long, long, long time. And nothing to do with what they said for the 1800s shitty record photographs. So look at this Tartarian woman, 1856. She's doing something. I think it's a little ring. And she's got nice stuff on. Excuse me. But look at her happy hat. Tell me there's nothing going on with that. This is the happy hat. It's happy here on her happy head. We're all quite sane. So check this out of this old alchemical book. What are they seeing exactly? So this guy's getting a ladder up out of here. He's sort of looking up as well. And there's a cloud thing, which looks like again a glimpse into another dimension, RV. And these are looking into a highly technological viewer and seeing another realm, or somewhere else, probably in the realm, because it's nighttime here and it's daytime there. So I would say that nothing new under the sun. They're just Skyping. He's definitely Skyping something. It's got love hearts and eyeballs all over it. So in 1984, there's a woman that wakes you up every morning on a giant screen and tells you to keep fit. I think it's along them lines. He's checking in with what they call the great encoder, God, in this period, and he's just saying, just checking in, God. He's like, have you done your exercises? You're looking a bit fat, that sort of thing, you know. Maybe not bullying and gaslighting and controlling. Maybe God was really funky back then, but all them eyes, I'm not sure. So here we are, fusion. At long last, they managed to get it together, yeah, but in the past and not now. But this white thing here is in a glass cylinder, and like antimatter can't connect with matter or it explodes, apparently, according to Dan Brown, what the fuck ever. I'm just saying. Can't prove that either, antimatter. But this, loads of images of this disc in a glass tube in this giant antiquity thing. I'm thinking this is some sort of advanced technology like fusion, because fusion would also need to be kept away from physical objects. So it's for it to work. Okay. Viewers, use Middle Ages people. Looking a bit weird and elongated, but it's the artist's impression. And he is looking in there. Again, they have these mirrors and they're always convexed or convexed. So let's have a look. The dome's there. So what you got there? It's fascist. Don't want to talk about it. Why do you don't want to talk about it? Well, it's a state secret. Why? What's it do? Oh, you'll see. Or maybe you won't, because it'll burn your eyeballs out. Oh, lovely. So I just nodded off and somebody's looking at me through my viewer. So she's fallen asleep, obviously, doing a bit of embroidery. And in her viewer, or her black mirror, there's two people looking at her. Which sort of suggests that, you know, it's a screen. So what's he got? Technology in there, guys. I don't think it's really the eyelashes of Mary Magdalene or the lips of Saint Cecilia, although it might be. Look at the sun coming in. How trippy that is. Wow. It's trippy in here. Got all like mad. It's like I'm having a religious moment right here, right now. Okay. God, he's worth a few quid, isn't he? Check out his gold and ting. So he's got that reliquary thing going on as well. But I definitely think this is harping back to ancient technology. And he's got this thing with 3 cups and like little white things inside. It's like, look what I've got. Yeah, he's taking the top off it. It's made me go bald. I had blonde hair a month ago. So this alchemical depiction. No, they do not lead clothes, the Phoenicians, for some reason, but they do need a viewer because they always want to look in it. You see the viewer? Information or communication. And look what she's standing on. It's got wings on it like Mercury's wing boots, Hermes wing boots. She's getting around on that. It's a form of maglev technology and she's flying around on it. But it also looks like the holy hand grenade we see on Flat Earth. So these things, yeah, look at that. It's a Jesus in the middle, but it's that circle again. And it really does give you the buzz that it's emanating power rather than holy power, if there is a difference. Also, in this old image here as well, you can see in the background another one of those mirrors. Nice little picture. This one's here. It's got a few clues. Again, with one of those mirrors. Beautiful floral life thing around there. She is naked, standing on a plinth, pointing at one of those black mirrors. And she's got the large ball again. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what's going on there. A lot of emphasis on these mirrors in the old world. This is another Dutch Flemish artist, Van Eyck. And he's got the lamb. No lion going on. But again, with this concave mirror. So many. And there's like a box behind it, like a room. I find that really weird. What could be in there? You see, there's like a petition, and then there's something else behind it with doors. Find that interesting. Wonder why that's petitioned off. You see? The alchemists. Check out his winkle pickers. But they also have these strange concave mirrors. And why wouldn't you have a flat mirror anyway? So this Janus character, who's also got the serpent, and the serpent being the plasma, and she's also looking into a disc thing, but more of the Janus thing going on there, and also coming out of the water, surrounded by oranges. Illuminati confirmed. Check his art out, and this is interesting. You know, he's sitting there. He's got an angel downloading all of the information to him, because that happens to all of us, a lot of us. But he's got a mirror straight in front of him. He wouldn't be able to use that really for, you know, beautification purposes. I'm wondering what it's there for. But you do have your phone like sort of in front of you, don't you? She's got tech. We're not sure what it is yet, but it's a wheel. And she's sort of showing you that this wheel is a very, very important computer that's making a calculation right now. Statues, they show you tech and these strange mirrors again. So I can't believe it's just about vanity. That makes no sense. You know, that's all they think about, is like looking at themselves. And he's pointing at this black mirror. She's spying. She's got a earphone in. Somebody speaking to her in a earphone. So is he activated the black mirror yet? No, he's about to any moment. Okay, we're just syncing it. So yeah, it's like something fits in there, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a bit of the cross of Jesus or anything holy. I think this is. It looks like tech, so it is tech, isn't it? Right, who's in your mirror? Lovely. Let's have a look. Ugh! Looks like a devil's face, an ugly man's face. But it could be the artist. So he's got some curly hair. And look, there's another one of these orbs, and there's another reality inside this orb with a flood and weather and all stuff going on. And the orb that we see so much. That's inside the orb, is it? I wonder what it really is. There's a devil on top. And the devil's got the laurel leaf this time with the jester and a woman who's drinking. Lilith. Vanities. Democritus and Heraclitus. So is that's we have for classical citations. Mud flood. So what do we make of St. Louis mud flood? They're laying pipes. All this mud up here, just put up to the next to the house. Or was it there before? Or was it there after? The mud is everywhere. It's all been piled up. So it's just everywhere. It's fucking ridiculous. These images just show you the mud flood. So you could buy a healing triquarter kit of Vajras in the past. And you just get that frequency and wave it over your aching back, which is what I need. And all of the pain subsides. He's like, oh, fucking no, man. It's like I've done an exchange with some people from beyond the ice wall, and they gave me this, and it has infinite power. It lasts for ages, and it burns your eyeballs out. Oh my God, it's amazing. God give it to you. No, I just actually told you. Are you not listening? No, sorry, I was blinded by the light. So when you're giving people really important information and they don't listen, I wouldn't bother repeating it. Look, it's glowing like, you know, like it's radioactive or something. It's got plasma energy. Check the triumph of these weirdos. They crush people here, look. They're not really bothered about people. They roll into town. We got loads of booze. And we got loads of other stuff you may want. So what's he doing with his shield? Let's have a look. There's stuff pouring out of his shield. Like an energy. And a dragon off. A dragon and a unicorn. I think these represent different countries, maybe. But it shows the shields some sort of plasma tech. Good day to you, ladies. Good day to you. And this is how people were getting around in the old world. On wheels, on feet. I want these. So I can wield on the shops instead of... No, I need the exercise. That'd be good exercise, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. So in the ancient world, new door, all about the structure of this place. That is just on the side of a wall. And it's unbelievable geometry, but it looks so much going on in there. It's all of it in there, actually. If you could see that three-dimensionalized and pull it out, there'd be a codices in there. I think that's what's going on with a lot of these. So there were giant rulers in the classical world. Here's some normal people of the realm, and they come up to see their masters who are in charge now because they're bigger and they punch you. And they're like, can you sort us out with some business? It's like, yeah, what you got? Well, I make stuff. Okay, make us stuff. So yeah, they turned up and they're really, really big. And I think they probably were in charge. Were they good? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe good. Yeah, let's just put out there that them giant ruling classes in the Roman world, classical world, were okay. So it's a nice little classical building there, and horse and carts. Yesterday, seen two horses, one named Jack, one named Stella. It's on my shorts. Oh my God, they was beautiful. That looks like a little face there, doesn't it? With the eyes and the mouth. Can you see that? It's a medieval lady praying. You see the bottom of her boobies. So if you put your palms together, it completes an electrical connection, which is why you do that. And, you know, if you place it over your solar plexus, or where that is there, it completes the circuitry. It's a technology. All of this is a technology, guys. The praying, the meditating. Not that I need to do that. I'm already there. I'm not going to complain about India because it's your own business, isn't it? You know, if you want to fucking drop rubbish everywhere and not pick it up, it's your business. But there's enough of you. This is in India, as you can see, all of these Venesi temples. They're going to all go in the Ganges and have a dip and bury their dead and burn them all off and everything, as they do in this place. But they drop their shit everywhere. Look at this fucking rubbish. All washed up. Oh my God. You know, that should be made highly illegal world over. Dropping litter everywhere. Plastic. Drives me mental. Okay, this is an old image of Venice. And what I want to draw your attention to in this picture, if I can, excuse me, is this. That. What is it? So it's just like a chimney with a pipe going into the hole in the ground. That looks like a ring magnet at the bottom, doesn't it, guys? Yeah, it really does look like a ring magnet, which is basically what this place probably is, ultimately, outside a ring magnet. So, yeah, that classical building in the background, I don't think that's in Venice anymore. The rest are quite recognizable. What is that? What would it do? Looks like it might vent something underground or something. Yeah. Suggestions on a postcard. Hiya, Marianne. I know, Nora. I seen your videos. Yeah, man. It's kicking off in it, but it's kicking off everywhere. But fucking hell. Ireland. So these London churches, they were put everywhere by Sir Christopher Wren. Some of them got Masonic coding in them. But if you do, I did as a kid, brass rubbing. I used to do brass rubbings in local churches, and I really enjoyed it. Have you ever done brass rubbing? Very enjoyable. And they show cymatic patterns. Somebody's been doing cymatic patterns and putting them into the walls of these churches. This is for the well-endowed knights. If you're going to go out, if you've got an embarrassingly large penis and it draws attention all the time, and you're on the medieval battlefield, you don't want to be putting people off in your army or the enemy's army, right? You want to cover that up. The beauty of this, though, right, is it's like a telescope. Yeah, it goes in. So basically, if you get excited on the battlefield, maybe a bit of bloodlust, whatever, and you go, oh, I'm feeling a bit horny right now. It goes pong, pong, pong. All right, don't. Vajra, right? So this Vajra is, I'm going to heal you. I'm not really feeling very well. Okay, then I'm just going to put a nice pick through your forehead and stop you complaining. So that's nice. Right, let's have a look at this bit of tech going on. Okay. So, Kraus, or in the German-speaking part of the world, look at their lampposts. But this thing here has no wires. They're all over Christendom. There's wires going that way, there, but there doesn't seem to be any up here. There's a wire coming off that light as well, I can see. So they are showing loads of wires, but not up there. So they disappeared 1900s. I think 1902. There was a schism. Only a few of us, I think, few people noticed it, but they definitely reset the whole place. One of those edits that you could easily do if it were running a VR in the corner of a dusty old basement in some futuristic place where they forgot about it. And he's even spilled coffee down it. Yeah, do you know what that was? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Get in there, you big giant bastard. Here's a giant. He's getting a bit of shit. He shoots laser beams like Godzilla as well. Radiation. Use the French. And they're locking up the Colossus in a Starfort, who's a giant, because they got attitudes about giants. So John Battista Porter, natural magnets. I've covered the book briefly in the past. But interesting. He's doing some alchemy here. Looks like a phoenix here, that ball, doesn't it, with the two flames? That's because it's plasma. And he's putting something into this convex. So this proves it's not really a mirror. He's maybe seeing if red mercury, if it actually reflects back, or what he's produced reflects back, and he uses the mirror to test it. I like that. It's good how they show that ball like a phoenix. So it's highly interesting. So I noticed Dante has got the laurel leaf on, showing you that really he's one of theirs. And paradise is showing as an earthly plane, which is also like the lotus flower. And Dante's Inferno. And as you know, he goes into a pyramid and down different layers, and it's upside down pyramid. And paradise is a pyramid here. So I think he's talking about Mount Meruing, the Garden of Eden, in the center of this place. And it's there. It's there. So more alchemy. And again, this guy is pointing a sword to a mirror. Well, you wouldn't punch it into a mirror, it'd break it. So it's something else, isn't it? The first thing Neo does when he unplugs from the Matrix is he touches a mirror. And the mirror absorbs into his hand and up him, and he's like basically becomes a mirror. Can you remember that? Mm-hmm. So it's definitely connected with this whole thing. Movies. This isn't from an old depiction, and it's showing you they had camera obscura, and they had all sorts of ways of projecting imagery. And as you can see, to what extent? I think they had moving images. Yeah, they're projecting movies in the old pictures. I think they're having movies in the medieval period, even before. Nothing new under the sun. So this big goblet held by two angels. has got the crown of thorns in it. So a bit of holy god blood. That would actually be probably pretty powerful. And here is a load of angels getting down. I'd love to hear what that music sounded like, because that's high end, isn't it? But check them bagpipes out. Do you think she's deliberately holding them there on purpose? Boo pipes, guys. Boo pipes. The poo pipers. Like the Foo Fighters. Anyway, behold our amazing technology, as you can see. Something's inside that altar, and the geometry looks very Ottoman. I would say that was Arabic looking. But there's a disc again in this thing, like a round thing, like some sort of energy source, I feel, because whatever's happening here is all about that. And I think it's a little bit more than having a holy bit of relic in there. Although that could hold holy power, like miracles and stuff. I think it's all technology, this place, actually. I think that's what that is. She's got a bit of a walk on her, hasn't she? She's like a model walk, that Phoenician. But she is, we built this shit, and I'm keeping it. It's models, aren't they? So we have a load of opposing armies here. We have a load of people with cloths on their heads. So I think they're from the Arabic kingdoms. And we have a load of people here. They got pointier hats on. And a load of people up here that look like they're from somewhere else as well. I don't know who's who. But there is Notre Dame Cathedral in the background. Or like everything's mudded, though. It's identical to it. There's a plasma thing in the air. Strange red demon deities inside and on top of this central thing. So what's going on? I don't know. Crazy art. It's like, you owe me 45,000 denarii, puppy. It's like, it didn't work. What do you mean it didn't work? The batteries run out almost instantly. Have you got any batteries? Well, batteries for a fusion generator. So I think that's what's going on. See the crook as well with the Taurus. The hats, all a tech. He is already lit. He's got the key and he's lit up. What's in his hand there? That's a strange walking stick. What the flipping hell is that? It's a right angle on it. Okay, jolly good show. Wow, look at his hat, his happy hat there. Craziness. Okay, moving on. Oh, thank you, Isabella. Member for 23 months. Oh, awesome picture. Awesome pictures. Thank you. I don't know what these are again, but I think they hold a reliquary bit in there. But again, it just looks like antiquity, like it interacts with the ether, that it would resonate, that there's more going on with it. And I think they're just showing us, you know, what they are now, but I don't think that was their original purpose. I think that something went and fitted in here between this and between this and created an energy source. But it's beyond us now because we're all in Camp Stupid because of them. It's not our fault, guys. Yeah, something just fits in there. And they all look like churches as well. And Starforts. All that geometry and beautiful precision and mathematics. So we got a bit of a bone of a saint in there. So would that make it all magical, superpowery? Possibly. Make miracles, heal you? Possibly. But what if it was an advanced technology? Would that heal you? And maybe bones. You can stick cabbage in a flux capacitor to make it work. Just saying. I built this shit. Did you want it in your town centre? Buy one, get one free. I did the same in New York. They're not there anymore. Oh, buy one, get one free, Bill. Again, looks like it holds something. Other than a reliquary. Ah, Phoenician shells. And again, the nuns, you know, this is Jesus and Mary, Ginger Mary, Lady Mary, as we know. They got the black mirror on the wall again. What else can we spot? There's God. He's got the holy hand grenade. He's chucking up his fingers. That sacred message that they do. Live long and prosper. Maybe. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Horticulture. So this is part of a great exposition, right? It's been completed. They did all of this temporary, apparently. Giant dome, all of this decoration. The old ladder lean is there to prove that this has been built. 3 ladders. That proves it. 4 ladders is overwhelming that they built this, you know. So it says the date on there is 1892 to 1893. All right, it only stands a year. Why bother putting a fucking date on for only 1 year if they're going to knock it down? Makes 0 sense to me. I don't understand that. Maybe somebody can write me a thesis and send it to me, flatearthbritishinfo.com. They got some crazy alchemical images, haven't they? Look at this. So here's Jesus. He's just battered a dragon, yeah, by lifting his finger, laser beamed there, like Homelander. He's got laser beam eyes. He's like, it was his pet dragon, though, and it was lovely. Licked you, run up and licked you, and he was like, "Oh fuck, a dragon!" Zap. So that was my pet dragon. What am I going to do now? I got to tell the wife. The kids love the dragon because maybe dragons were not bad news. Maybe they were like, you ever seen John Carter? He's got that really, really big dog that races him around on Mars and it licks you. Along them lines. If you don't know what I'm on about, don't even worry. Yeah, something fits in there other than saintly things. But now saintly things, they bang them in there, but not in the old world. They had this disc in there in the old world. She don't look well because she got leukemia from the radiation it's giving off. That might not be true. So, again, with that white disc, see that a lot, don't we? And the crook as well. As I walk through the shadow, what is it? As I walk through the valley with the shadow of death, I should feel no evil because I got a big fuck off crook beside me that will zap you into the make-believe Stone Age. Just don't even mess. This is an interesting picture. Don't know what this wheel does, but I think this fish goes round and round. What would it be? I don't know. What is any of it? I don't know. But it's something to do with Fred by here. And what's them weights as well? Oh, hang on. He's got an apron. Scissors. Is he a tailor? What's that thing? It's a she, isn't it? She's got a necklace on. So it's a she. It's a loom. It's a futuristic Tartarian loom. Holy shit, Ski. That's amazing. It's a loom. Well, see, that's real detective work, real time, babies. Look at this. That's where they put them white discs in to make power. They even show you the plasma bursting out. Imagine them active. Yeah, infinite power source. Check this out from the 1920s. So it's a big fuck off box with loads and loads and loads of vacuum valves. And on the top, it's got a television screen, a telephoto, pilot lights, shadow band tunes, a radio, everything was in this. Transmitter, so a radio, photo finish type paper. So, you could develop photographs, newspaper roller, a voice amplifier, a 4th dimensional loudspeaker, sound chamber, so have a bit of reverb, twin shoot for opening photos only. So they do photos and got a television screen and all that in the past. You haven't got that now, have they? So what was it like in the schoolrooms of the 1800s? Well, there's one room schoolroom. This one's a load of young ladies. And they've got a male teacher. What does he do all day? Is he sits in the chair and he just looks at the young ladies. Why? Is it to make sure that they carry on writing or that they might flinch or move? Just sits there staring. Maybe it's an exam, though, and nobody's cheating. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not perving. He's because it's an exam. Okay. Here's the United Nations. Soon, Wales will have their own flag and bit of plasticine to stick our flag in at the United Nations table. What go on with the map then? See the map? We're a tiny little Greenland. It's an azimuth for equidistant flat Earth map, and it's a really good one. Except for the weird shaped Australia, it looks a bit elongated and stuff. Why did the UN use flat Earth maps? No Antarctica. So what about up there on top of this building? It looks mud flooded, but what about that? So this was the Gothard Tunnel opening ceremony. I've covered it on video. Oh my God, is it nuts? So the devil made an appearance. Then people started taking their clothes off and rubbing themselves up, all to like yodeling fucking music. And they had, look, so what I was wondering was this, right? Who the fuck are they? Where did they get these people? Do they work for CERN or the tunnel people or they builders? Where the fuck did they shit these people out from? And how come they're all in this same mindset? I don't even think these are part of this fucking realm. I think these are all clones or some shit. They're not us. Look at them. They're all like brain dead and they're all in the same demonic mindset. They know what's going on with all of this fucking ritual. All of them do. They're playing a part. So where did they get them? How are they even... How is there so many of them that are in the same fucking club? It's just beyond me. But they all are. And look, they all look mind controlled to fuck. Weird. Weird. Interesting old map here, guys. It says Kingdom of Siberia. But all of the bottom is Western Tartary and Eastern Tartary. All the way to the Pacific and all the way to the Caspian Sea. But Astrakhan is the old capital for Tartaria. I've gone through books and it shows you it completely destroyed, like a terrible event had happened to it. So Russia in Europe. So that's the border of what part of Russia was in Europe. But this is the tundra because there's Archangel there. So right up just that corner, they got marked as Siberia and the rest is Tartary. So interesting. And these is a mosaic of the Phoenicians when they turned up and they had like long hats. Maybe they had elongated heads to hide cone heads, basically. But they had gold all over their hats. Statues have been found of Phoenicians, same elongated hats, covered in gold. Some sort of technology going on. Electrum hats. Queen Victoria, although she wasn't very amused, she smiled once, and there she is. But people said it's a rumor that she had wind because she had a lot of curry. So, and smiled. But I think she was all right, not. So everyone's watching these two chicks down on the beach. They're having a giggle. I'm not sure if smiling was even permitted back then. These two guys here, yeah, they're trying to do the beach I'm sexy thing to the ladies, but they're not taking any notice whatsoever. They're having a bit of a laugh on the beach. Where's her other hand anyway? And everyone's watching up on the pier, watching the young ladies. So this is what they did in the old days on the beach. It's not like Copacabana, is it, anymore? Things change. Times change. A lot of fleur-de-lis flying on this old map of the east coast of America. This is my question. Maybe you could answer. This is from 1500s, this map. I don't know where all the lines are, these navigational lines and what they mean, but I think they're ley lines. What I want to know is, why have they got big, massive castles in America, like British, European castles on the east coast of America? If you look up here, you can see, oh, excuse me, giant fairy tale castles and fleur-de-lis everywhere. We got for Canada, fairy tale castles, loads of trees, considering it's supposed to be icy. They do have trees. Fairy tale castles. You get down to New York, big fairy tale castles for Florida. There's nothing in the New York area. But up here in Nova Scotia, fairy tale castles. Why is there fairy tale castles for Texas or New Mexico area. Why is the maps showing big old European style castles in America 1500s?
Because they're still there.
Indeed. Indeed, they look like that. All antiquity, large European style cities on old map, because that's basically what was going on. That was the old world. Now, this film, I'd love to be able to show it to you guys. It's so cluey considering what we've been looking at, and it's a video or a film from 1976 is his publication date, celebrating a century, or it shows you the 1876 Philadelphia Centennial Exposition. Oh my God, they reenacted the building of the expositions in this, guys. They show you and tell you everything, but from an official standpoint. From 1976, and it's like, because this is Smithsonian, it's like it sounds like a load of fucking lies. They're saying they had 16 miles of fence. They're showing you like 3 slats of fence, never mind 16 miles of it. It's just the whole logistics of what they suggest is insane, to think that they did it all in no time at all, and then it disappears in a year. In this case, again, Philadelphia, a fire. So I've linked that up in the descriptions box below, guys, so you can watch that for yourself later on. And it is really good. It's only on 29 minutes. Okay. Starfort. I'm having some Starfort. So, yeah, I've been doing an unofficial, like a GoFundMe, if you like, a Martin Flat British GoFundMe, but without the GoFundMe, I've been using PayPal. To raise money to go. I'm going to a Starfort this week. And I'm going to do a movie. Now, it's going to be an undisclosed location because I want to... somebody once said that a surprise makes you feel really, really good. So I thought, well, I think I'll surprise you all. This is a Lead van der Haar atlas we're looking at here from 1733. And Lead van der Haar, they give you an azimuthal equidistant flat earth map. 1733. Something's up with California, though, because in 1733, it's definitely still an island. Can't see any land in the middle, in the North Pole. And all of this, it says a Grand Tartary for what is the whole length of the Asian continent, all the way up to the Caspian Sea, as you just showed on that other map. Barbaria, the whole of North Africa, Barbaria. But I've shown images of North Africa with all of them same beautiful castles I just showed you on that last map. Okay, so have a look at just the Great Lakes are all in situ, Hudson Bay. Well, it's all a bit skewed, but okay, let's move on. Have a look at these depictions, see if they give any clues away. Excuse me. Okay, what are you drawing on there? That looks like almost like my name, Liedtkes, don't it, Lead? But it's a town in Holland, isn't it? Observations from the Royal Scientists. I can't believe they got such good cartography in 1733 and such a good azimuthal equidistant. Only a little bit of Australia is there. And I can't, they got Polynesia, but I don't see in New Zealand. No, there's no New Zealand. Because apparently they haven't discovered it in 1733, according to this map. And only part of New Guinea, or what they call New Holland. So the Dutch were there first in Australia. Okay. He's got that ball, this big guy. And he's got a goat. And the Cherubanuskis are playing with fire. What's going on? So, yeah, they're so brilliant, these engraving books. Oh, he's weighing 2 steel balls. Two of them balls he's weighing. Interesting. Why would he do that? Okay, yeah. So boots on the ground work for this week, and try my best to get that done. See how it goes. But I really would want to do that. God, look at this. Beautiful depictions. So it's these ones, these people that brought in this terrestrial globe thing, the people with the horn of plenty, this ball, all this technology. And let's be honest, you know, people don't really critical think anything. And you don't have to prove anything. Just say it often enough and you just fucking believe it. Simple to do. Control mechanism, I mean. People not knowing anything of their reality. The meaning of life. Where life even arose from. What we're really doing here. The meaning of life is the biggie. And I think it's to help one another. We were sharing, helping people. Above all, be kind and be love. The rest works itself out. Right, she's pointing at that ball, and she's got very possessive over that building. That building's design. We got the Faceless Knight. You know about that if you watch my channel. And Europe. Iceland looks really loads of towns on Iceland, considering it's supposed to be bleeding freezing. Let's have a look what's going on with Britain land. St David's, Carmarthen, Bangor, not much going on for South Wales. Is not even got an entry. Wanker. I'm calling Vanderhaar a wanker from across time. Ooh, right, what we got here is Portugal, beautiful country, and it's full of Starforts, but it did have the one of the most richest ports in the world of Lisbon, as you know, destroyed twice, followed that on Flat Earth British, the unusual events of the tsunami, etc. of Portugal. Right, let's have a look at Lisbon. So that's where the tsunami completely destroyed this, but it's full of Tartarian architecture. Ow. What's going on, beard guy?
So,
Detoxing, cleansing me. I have salt baths. I've been having salt baths. I'm just trying to get my pain down a bit. Is it working? Helps. Helps. They do cleanse you, don't they? So salt baths, they purge you a bit. So right, let's get into the Starfortage. So yeah, Portugal seems to be covered in them. There's not that many in Britain, but there are a few. There's one in Wales. There's one in Pembroke. Plymouth, Portsmouth, Chatham. Look at that, just cottages on it. All of that looks super futuristic, and they just got little cottages on it. It's just nuts, isn't it? So yeah, this is an early flatter day because I'm not going to be able to tomorrow, so you're having it today. There's plenty of videos. Got 3 out in the last week or so, guys, to catch up on. All been very juicy. Hundreds and hundreds of images shared. Look at it. It's always mud flood outside, isn't it? These Starforts. Have you got any thoughts on Starforts? This one's got satellites, Starforts, all connected. Some of them connect underground, but always connected to the water. Water part of the mechanism. No doubt about it. Look at that. So it's a very small country to have so many smarts. But mind you, Wales is tiny. We got 600 freaking castles for some reason. I think somebody was trying to do stuff to us. So we built a load of castles. Check that. Just mental. So yeah, I want to do a complete investigation. See what it's made of. Get a feel for it. Do it properly. Because I've watched shitloads of people going on Starfort tours, and I've learned absolutely fucking nothing. Truth, I've learned nothing, and I want to learn something. I want to blow my mind. I want to blow everybody else's mind and and share that on YouTube, because I need to see these things, because I use my detective skills by seeing it, not pictures, if that makes any sense. Look at that one. All the ships coming right up to that one. So they didn't teach you about Starforts in school. They never told you anything of Starforts at all. So there's the Portuguese Starforts and their possessions. I think they're predominantly Catholic country. They're all in the canopy there because it's boiling bloody hot. He's having a little cry because he nicked his thing. I'm guessing they do have bullying in the clergy. I nicked your necklace. And what you do on a Sunday afternoon? Crucify and burn some people alive. Yeah, you're next, matey. And he's got one of those Phoenician hats on, like a dunce's. Oh, he's Vatican. Maybe. Oh, I don't know what's going on here, because he's got papal hats on. He's got skull and crossbones on his apron. And demons. And a skull and crossbones. He's waving a cross in front of him, and they're about to go up and be executed. There's one there. Oh, they got dunce's hats on. This is the Inquisition. This is the Inquisition. But the Inquisition still burning people in 1733, evidently. They're really big, aren't they? As well, they're a lot taller. And they look weird. Maybe they're just witches. Burn the witch. She's heavier than a bag of feathers. She must be a witch. Okay. And what else we got going on here? There's me, Flat Earth British. I'm coming back. I'll catch up with you all and see what's going on. Hi, y'all. Happy Friday, 290 of you. Hiya, Gary. Good to see you, my friend. Water is described just like electricity, some terminology. In fact, it really is, because it goes in currents. And water goes in currents as well. So there's that. Subi Raskio, good to see you. What's that about? Pink. He played you recently in the stadium. St. Martin, email Barbara. We can sort that out, Babs. Andrea, I love. Good to see you again. What's happening? My old homie, Isabella, what's happening, mate? Lived about 180, 160 years. Yeah, man. Definitely been sold a half-life, yeah. Well, go on, Shiva. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, white Himalayan salt. Been using Epsom salts, but lots of it. And yeah, really. What do I think of that? I showed it last show. Be a guy. I showed it on the last show. Yeah, it's amazing. Atlantis is Tartaria. No, makes so much sense. Of course it is. Lynn Mitzi. Cheers, brother. Epic travel to beach. Aloha to you, my friend. And Rue. Oh, where you been? Oh, it's our dear friend Rue. I am Groot, Queen of Groots. We love you. Where you been, Rue? I haven't seen you about for ages. So good to see you, lovely. I'm glad you're back. And all. Hope all is well with you and all. And Barbara, okie dokie. Got some communication going on here in the chat. See what's going down. And Marianne's in the chat. And David Weissich is in the house. I got my hot sauce, David. I'm having it all the time. I absolutely love my hot sauce, my blue dot hot sauce. Thank you for that. Great meeting you in Preston Mountain. Hope to see you again next year. Brother, it was an absolute joy. Cheryl, what was it like? You had the best time. You are absolutely such a laugh. You and Paige, just the best time. Yeah, man. Don't forget that. That was brilliant. Yeah, that festival, definitely next year, mate. Definitely do that. Vaughn, good to see you. I do Patreon. Yeah, I do. But what it is if you double upload onto Patreon, it gives them double the opportunity to community strike you. So I have to double the concern. And like I said, I've lost 2 videos this week because apparently I've been saying inaccuracies. Let's just call them that. Whatever. Yes, I found Atlantis. I know. Share it with the world. And they soon. Somewhere in time. McToon, he doesn't really troll me at all. He says hi, nice things. McToon is spiraling over my Fab podcast. Go leave a comment and bury his NPC. Yeah, I Toon's comments. Oh my God. Yeah, all right then. Get over. Nora's doing it. I bet that'll be about that long. Make sure it is. I'll get over there later. Yeah, Toon, man. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah! Who the fuck? It's like, who the fuck does he think he is that he says stuff? And it's like everyone's like, it's the last word. It's like he's God or something. It's like, it's just fucking ridiculous how he gets his notions. And he never says anything of any interest. Drives me nuts. But yeah, I watch Roseanne. 7, Ontario, Sasquatch. So good to see you. Did I actually mod? You are mods in here, and you, David Weissage. Not that you use it or anything. I don't think I've banned anyone for weeks. I had a little splurt of banning the other day, which is jolly good fun. Not. Don't do it. Okay, thanks. Great job. Okay, I'll be back soon. Make sure to donate Martin's Starfort Fund. And I'm going to be going to visit Starfort this week and making a movie. Actually, 2 if I can get to 2 and try my best to do that. Super Sticker, thank you so much. Laurie Carers Cabby. And my old friend, Alpha Billy. You've been here forever. Oh, Wait by the Water. You are so sweet and you're funny and creative. I am creative, but I don't actually fit into the normal world because I'm a bit different because of my creative skills. I've noticed that I just don't fit in. So I can't do anything else bad. This suits me fine, doing content. And I enjoy it. And I'll be doing it anyway. With or without clothes, Raja. I'm telling. Taffy. Yay. I'm a taffy. In America, they got a fish called salt taffy, you know. It's a fish. I thought that was interesting. Somewhere in time. Yes, electric beings. We are electric beings. I know because there's a song that says, we are electric. Oh, My Friend's Electric, Gary Newman. Oh, thanks, Spellerine Scott. A much big shout to Scott Spellerine. Yeah, he sent me Ambranxa Santana on 432 the other day. As soon as I put it on, I had goose pimples. It was absolutely beautiful. Love that. You know, the intro with the bells. I mean, you can hear it all up here. Oh, man, it was beautiful. I've always loved that album, but fucking hell, listening to it properly on 432. That's how it should be. That's how they meant for you to hear it when they recorded it, I'm sure. But Santana's just amazing, isn't he? We watched him when he was in Woodstock doing Soul Sacrifice and that. Oh my God, he's tripping his ass off. And they're all having the energy bursting off that stage. People just don't do it anymore. They go on the stage and they're acting and they're not fantastic the way the musicians used to be fantastic. You know, I can watch Joe Cocker singing I Get By With a Little Help From My Friends 1,000 times and I will always have goose pimples because that man was just so fantastic doing that. He just gave his whole soul to that record, didn't he? In Woodstock. I love talking about great moments in music. It buzzes me out. It's just what happened. Oh my day. I know what happened. That Joe Cocker version is so good. Oh, so good, Shiva. Just love it. I like Richie Havers singing Freedom. That shivers me out too. Richie Havers, Freedom. He hasn't got a tuff in his head and he's just banging away on that guitar. There's nothing else going on except him and that guitar. And it sounds like fucking orchestra. It's like, what? A jet goes over, apparently, cuts straight through it. Or was that Ravi Shankar with the sitar? I don't know, wasn't there? Okay, it was only 3 days. A lot happened in 3 days at Woodstock. What happens then? They get to the 90s and you've got hateful little shits like Rage Against the Machine. You remember them? Wankers. And they're like, all violent and saying violent stuff to the crowds, and they literally start to riot. Honestly, they were hateful. They're saying, come on, fuck this, fuck that, let's all smash everything up. And everyone did. So the first Woodstock was about love and peace. You get to like 1990 when they run it again, they made sure that there'd never be another Woodstock. Yeah, because of all that riot that happened. Total psyop, total fucking setup. People do that on purpose. They did the same with Almont with the Rolling Stones. That video footage of that guy stabbing the biker and all of that is 100% set up. The camera's perfectly positioned. It's just, and what's that to do? Take down the hippie movement and the counter movement of the hippie movement for Woodstock. They had the Almont thing, Hell's Angels, death. Yeah, all of this stuff got to end. Thanks, Rolling fucking Stones. And what do they get? They get to prance around the stage until they're 90 years of age with their colostomy bags overflowing. It's horrible, it is. Of course, if Keith Richard goes, we all go. He's the benchmark for humanity. We love Marticus Farticus. Thank you today. I'm in fact Baron Martigan von Fartigan of Ely but I am Estonian, so I can do Baron and I can do Von. Okay, because I've got them in my family. I've got Vons and Barons in my family. Shiva, 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 Shiva shampoo. Shiva, 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 Shiva shampoo. There's a Santana concert this month in New York. Yeah, you seen he was touring, Kathy. I tell you, who's really brilliant as well. Still is, I may have mentioned this before, but Stevie Nicks, man, she's smashing it. She sounds vocally brilliant at the moment. Not like Paul Madonna. They're using clones. They could be rolling clones. So yeah, that definitely could be a thing, especially with John Goodman. There's no way he's original John Goodman. No, not really. Machiavelli, good to see you. Yeah, loads of really good videos to catch up on, loads to think about this week. If you watch all my videos this week, I'm sure that you just keep you thinking about stuff for ages. And we change it every week or every vlog, so we got a different subject. You Estonian. So we change it, chop and change, okay? And now for something completely different, like that. And we keep it fresh. We keep it fresh. The fresh prints of Von Marticus. What's that? Hash for cash. I love the hash form. He's feeling hashy. Is that moot? Moot point. Lowercase v on v. Oh, right. Okay. To make it authentic. I don't know about things like that, but thanks for putting me right. I'll sort that out the next time. Okay. Your dad loves Santana. My dad, lovely Santana. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Robert Smith, good to see you. Are you the Robert Smith from The Cure? If so, I seen you years ago. You were really good. I remember Jason talking about Martinique, yeah, and they had a fateful day and everybody died. They did. Everyone always dies in fateful events. That Freedom song was the first song played. It was amazing. Freedom, freedom. Oh man, it gives me goosies even thinking about it. I get goose pimples on my goose pimples. Yeah. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, he did it in Woodstock in Glastonbury a few years ago, and he was still really good. Yeah, it's right next door to Finland. It's a very similar language, almost the same. It's a lot of shared words, but it's part of Scandinavia. Obviously not then, Robert. It doesn't matter. One day I'll have a celebrity in my chat. Oh, I did. David Weiss. He's good and famous, isn't he? I'm famous. I'm front row seat. Who else is famous? We're all famous. What does that even mean anyway? It means sweet fuck all. That's it. It means punk. It means pogo around your bedroom, banging yourself off the walls. That's what you want to do. A punk rocker. That's good for your health. Love and light and gold, everyone. Yeah, love and light and gold. Yvonne Rennie. Love and light and gold to all of you too. I love that. Let's light up. Let's just stay epic and be just fantastic. Let's just be the best people we can possibly be. And why wouldn't you? I was thinking about this a lot in the last few weeks. Is why wouldn't you just be the best you could be as a person all of the time? Why we just can't and just do that as a natural default? Not even think about it. Just being naturally the best you can.
Somebody's asking a question.
Yes, please.
What is the earliest date you see Starforts in? It seems like after 1580s maps.
Yeah, around 1500s. I've seen early, like the Cosmographia, for example, and around that time, so like 1490s. And they got some star forts in Florida and stuff, but they look like they're rudimentary, like they might be made out of wood. But see, I don't think that's a thing, because if you had like a defensive position made out of wood, all you got to do is fucking throw an arrow with fire on it, and the whole thing's fucking gone. So it makes no sense. So could have made it something else. Who knows? But yeah, I think 1400s. You don't see obviously any images for before then, because they hadn't discovered it. European images, Starfort. 1500s. That's it. I'm not even sure if I've seen any 1400s really. It's a good point, actually. So yeah, 1500s, late 1500s, maybe 1528. There's no Starfort you see on any like Map of Mondays or Banamonte map or any of them, but they don't show smaller definition. Good question. Whoever you were, was that? Freeman, good question, Freeman. Thank you very so much. I'm grateful for everybody. I've been thinking about that as well, you know, about just being grateful for you all. I won tickets too. Reynard, you win tickets? Oh, whoa, I hope you're going to see a concert. Concerts are all proper control. We went to a festival the other day with David Weiss, man. He was hanging out doing frisbees. Yeah. It was fantastic. Honestly. It was just being totally free. Everyone was just so cool. The conversations was awesome. We had that flat earth tent going on, man. It was the place to be on a Saturday night. I can tell you that. Everybody was over our tent. Yeah. Because flat earthers are cool. Yeah. Like by default.
It was flat earth love.
It was flat earth love. It was flat earth love. Big time. 7 Ontario Sasquatch. Scott. Flat stock. Yeah, I thought of that years ago. I was going to have a big festival. I've been talking about it for years with all the guys. It's just, I need land. I need crypto advice, and I need land as well, and a stage and funding to do it all. But I would definitely do a big festival, like really big, and it would be like all our lot, basically. Truthers, a load of flat earthers and all the gang, and fill the place. Absolutely gutted, Roy, man. You would have loved it, Spar. I'm telling you, it was right up your street. You would have loved it, man. Next time, honestly, there'll be other festivals and that. Just keep a look on my channel. I'm sorry I got disconnected from you, right? I lost you and I couldn't find you on Facebook, mate. Honest, it's just my stuff's all over. So yeah, this is me on a Saturday night. I'm going to go now because I'm going to go have a drink. I'm baxing now. 260 of you here, 2 hours. That's been plenty. That's that's been like 7 hours of me in a week. It's more than any of you can stand. So
need a Starfort meetup. A meetup in the Starfort.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
A Starfort meetup. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, Starfort meetup. Well done, you. Yeah, that's a good idea. Again, from Cheryl Bailey. Yeah, Starfort meetup would be really good. You meet up in Starfort, all of us. But yeah, let's check the mortar and what it's made out, and if take a magnet with me, check for magnetic, so properties anywhere, flooring, walls, that sort of thing. Any things sticking out the wall with iron on them, showing that this thing could have been magnetized, which I suspect it was. That sort of thing. So that's what I'm going to be looking into, hopefully, this week. So thank you for linking everything up, Hippie Shake. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, my moderators. And thank you, everyone, for just being here and having a good time. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a giggle and learned something today. Okay. Take it or leave it. It's all there for you to look into. And make sure you watch our film. It's linked up in the descriptions box. And anybody who I've linked up, my friends, Trinity, Bob Sykes, who's an awesome guy, and he's wishing you all an epic weekend. And I am too. So keep an eye on my community page for our developments and everything, guys. I'll keep. Thanks to everybody as well for any support, getting me out on boots on the ground. That's what we need. Okay, that's what we definitely need. It's wasting my my history experience looking at pictures all the time, while I can still do stuff. Just Martin is badass, says Muck Fox. That's a good thing, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Have I got a bad ass? Is that what you mean? Well, I got a bit of an upset stomach. Thanks, Stu or Steve. Good to see you. And there's Helen G. Send email to Cher or Erno. Hofdomme, Erno. There you are. Kick ass good. Okay then. You rock, we rock. Because we're epic. Because we keep our vibrations high and we don't do depressing bullshit. Isn't it, guys? Love to all. Love wins. The Beatles got that bit right. They were shit at everything else, but they did get that bit right. Okay. Love is all you need. Anyway, I gotta go. See you soon. Be epic. And donate to my Starfort cause. I'll see you all soon.
There he is.
Who's that?
There he is.
You still laughing,
I'm still
Dave?
laughing.
We love you, Dave.
We got lost on room.
Yeah, we lost our room. Yeah, it's the funniest thing ever, man. Anyway, we'll catch up with you soon. Hopefully one day soon, brother. See you all soon. Ciao. Ciao, Bella.